a technical strength based upon what we perceive as a short covering. So we want to see what influence do we have here, because that will influence all the other pairs. But also it wouldn't have really too much of an influence on the, if the dollar is strong and it's going to rally versus the British pound, and the pound is going to decline, then it will equally decline versus the Australian dollar. Guys, the close that we have today in the Australian dollar, which is the 102.57, is actually, if not the highest close ever for the Australian dollar. Highest historical point. So we closed the week at 57. The previous momentum high is 55. It's, again, we're not gonna nickel and dime that. It is sitting at it. This is now a lovely setup for us. Right now our bias in the I'll take a look, Mike. This is a fantastic setup. Why? Because it's sitting on the brink. The 102.55 about right now, if I have to take action at this instant while I'm talking, I will buy the Aussie at 102.57 and I will place my stop below 102.55. So basically my risk on that trade is literally 2 pips. Of course, in foreign exchange there is nothing that's called 2 pips. I mean, if somebody sneezes in the market, he'll move the market more than 10 pips. Okay, it's such a big market, and 10 pips is actually is basically nothing. So with that said, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the intraday. And what we're going to do is we're going to buy the Aussie if it trades above the 102.80 because of the 80-20 rule, guys. You know that. So I want to make sure that it goes above the 80, and I will be placing my stop below the market side. So my stop is going to be, that's my long stop, below the 102.57. I will short right now. I mean, if it trades below the 102.57 or 55, this is the key. So I'll just give it some room here, which is the 102.28. So this is going to be my short. Again, I am looking for the dollar. If the dollar will be rallying, there will be corresponding profit taking in the Australian dollar, and we'll get a decline. So I'll go short below the 102.20, and I will use the 102.40, if you will, as the long and the short stop, and the 101.82 is going to remain as my structural point to the downside. I will not be picking a structural long because it is now at all-time high. There is nothing above here except air. So my buy is 102.128. and my long stop is going to be 1.2 1.025. I'm just going to put it below the market size, so 102.50. My short is going to be below 1.022, and my stop is going to be the same stop on either long or short. My structure point to the downside is the 98.45 still as is, and this is exactly like the 105 159.80 in the pound. But now this is going to be my structure short, is going to be my structure long, is going to be now my structure short. Okay, and this is going to be, I'm just doing this because there's nothing but air above it, so I'm just leaving it. I'm putting a big number so that we all can see what we talk. It's something, it's a fictitious number. Okay, so to wrap it up, I'm going to go long above 102.80, and if I do buy it above 102.80, my stop is going to be below 102.50, so I'm risking about 30 pips on that trade. My structure long, there is no structure long, it's an all-time high. On the short side, I'm going to go short below 102.20, and if I do, I'm going to place my stop above 102.50, so I'm risking about 30 pips on that trade, and my structure short is the 101.82. Okay, that is the Aussie dollar. I will check now the stop for